everybody, my name is Davis. Welcome back to another video, and today we're here for another severe weather breakdown. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Starting off with the SPC outlook for today, we have two slight risks of severe weather. So let's go ahead and break down the threats that these bring. Now, starting off with the tornado threat for today, it is currently very low. No tornadoes expected as of right now, but it could get upgraded at some point. Wind threat, we do have two 15% risks of wind gusts of 60 miles an hour or higher. So if you're in the yellow region, look out. This includes Dallas being the biggest city down here in this one, and the biggest city in this one is going to be New York. So look out. This is going to impact about 70 million people today, and is either in the brown or the yellow regions. So definitely look out. Hail threat for today, we also have two 15% risks of hail of 1 inch or larger. These are a bit smaller and a bit differently, like in a different area, but still, the threat remains for hail as well. So definitely look out today. So let's go ahead and move on to the window destruction meter. So today on the window destruction meter, we are at a moderate risk of window destruction. I know that's kind of standard at this point, but a moderate risk is no joke. We've had quite a bit of severe weather since I created the window destruction meter. It's been pretty active. So I'd say on an average day, we'd probably get a low risk. So a moderate risk. Take that seriously. You have a moderate risk of window destruction. If you're in a severe thunderstorm, get away from windows. But yeah, that's it for that. Moving on to tomorrow's SPC outlook, we already have 4 different marginal risks. Tornado threat, very low. Damaging wind threat, we have 4 or 5% risks of wind gusts of 60 miles an hour or higher, so look out for that. Hail threat, we do have 3 5% risks for hail of 1 inch or larger tomorrow. I imagine one of these will get upgraded to a slight risk at some point. Probably this one down in East Texas, if I had to guess. But yeah, that's just me. Moving on to Sunday here, I couldn't think of the day. We have another marginal risk already here in East Colorado, West Kansas, North Texas, and the Panhandle of Oklahoma. So look out for that. Moving on to the National Hurricane Center, we do have Tropical Storm Margot here that is not expected to do anything. It's expected to turn into a hurricane and then completely die out. But Hurricane Lee is a different story. Right now, this is a Category 5, the highest category hurricane, and is expected to become one of the strongest of the decade. This is expected to have wind gusts at one point of 180 miles per hour. Now, last video on this, I said that this was not going to impact the southeastern U.S. most likely, but it is still possible. So down here in like South Carolina, Georgia especially, you need to be looking out. This thing could be bad. So yeah, right now, Hurricane Lee, Category 5, and it's not even done strengthening yet. So this is going to be massive out here. Also, the Lesser Antilles, even though it is quite far away from you, you're still going to feel some of the effects just because of how catastrophic this thing is. So look out. Eastern Pacific, Hurricane Jova. This has 110 mile per hour winds. This is currently a major hurricane at Cat 3, but it is expected to die out very quickly and not even make landfall, so we're good to go. Central Pacific, nothing as of right now. So moving on to the excessive rainfall outlook today, we do have a marginal risk of flash flooding here in North Carolina and eastern Tennessee. So look out for that if you're in Charlotte especially. But wait, actually that's just this morning. My bad, that's just this morning. Today, for the rest of the day, you're going to have a marginal risk of flash flooding here, starting in North Carolina, going all the way up into the northeast, all the way past New York, almost out to Boston. And this does include Hartford and Albany, New York. So look out for that. And then we do also have a marginal risk down here in eastern Florida. So look out for that today. Moving on to tomorrow, we already have a slight risk of flash flooding. We have a marginal risk that extends all the way up into the northeast, all the way down into the southeast, but this slight risk here includes Greenville, South Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, and Greensboro, North Carolina. So look out tomorrow for some flash flooding. Moving on to Sunday here, we have another slight risk of flash flooding already, okay? It's not going to stop there. Panhandle of Oklahoma, northeast Texas, and western Kansas, as well as southeastern Colorado, you have a slight risk of flash flooding. on Sunday. Moving on to Monday, we do only have a marginal risk as of right now, but we do have two of them. One is down here in the southern plains, and one is up here in the northeast, so look out for that. That's a 5% risk of flash flooding. Going all the way out into Tuesday, we already have another marginal risk, and this thing is massive. Somewhere in here is definitely going to get a slight risk at some point. This extends all the way from Dallas into the Four Corner States in the desert southwest, almost out to Phoenix. So, yeah, look out for that. Finally today, watches, warnings, advisories. Let's see here. Okay, so we do have dense fog advisories in effect here for southern Illinois, western Kentucky, and southeastern Missouri, so look out for that. So you could see some dense fog today, especially this morning. And then in Texas, we've got a lot of heat going on. We got heat advisories out to Louisiana, Arkansas. Actually, that's not a heat advisory. I don't even know what that is. But Oklahoma, Texas, and more. And then we got excessive heat warnings in the pink here, mostly in East Central Texas. So look out for that. This does include Houston, DFW, and a lot of the big cities in Texas. These right here, I believe, are also excessive heat warnings down in the desert southwest, but that's not uncommon at all for you guys, especially in, like, Arizona, southeastern California. It gets hot here, man, like, all year round. Eastern Nebraska, air quality alerts. Northeastern Colorado, air quality alerts. Some more scattered, dense fog advisories here in Minnesota, Montana, this whole area, kind of Wyoming a little bit. And then also, heat advisories in effect for parts of the Northeast, actually, which is kind of surprising. This does include New York City. So, yeah, that is pretty much it for today. Oh, sorry, one last thing. Beach hazard statements in effect all the way from Chicago up into portions of western Michigan, almost to the UP. But yeah, anyway, that's it for real today. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.